Hi everyone, in this video, we are going to have a look around how does the end user experience looks like once you implement zero standing privileges using the CLI based access. So here, the first we are going to see how does the user experience is using the standing privileges. Then we are going to talk about how does the end user experience looks like once you implement. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Mac terminal. In the Mac terminal, I have already installed my AWS CLI client. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run AWS configure SSO. And then the session name, I'm going to say it is a standing privilege. My URL is, this is what my URL is. So again, you should have your own unique URL. And then my region is US East 1. Registration scope, I'm going to keep it as a default. Then I'm going to click enter. So then it is going to open a browser. I'm going to click on confirm and continue. In this particular case, I have integrated my AWS IAM Identity Center with Microsoft Azure AD or Entra ID as my IDP. So then it is going to ask us to go through the authentication process. So here, my user is Raj_admin. So at the rate of scsolutionsdemo.com, I will click on next. Going to provide my credentials. So then I have to authenticate using my authenticator app. So let me key in 69. So it is approved. So I'm going to say no. So then we will say allow access. So now the request has been approved. So once we go back to our CLI client, so here you can see as by default, with the standing privileges, I have access to all these 4 different AWS accounts. And if you go to one of the accounts called, for example, test account, you can see I have privileges or I have permission set for both power user access and administrator access. So in this example, let's choose administrator access. For the default region, we are going to keep it as a default. And so now if we want to list down the S3, so you will be able to see, so if there is any bucket exist in this specific account. So here in this case, there are no buckets exist. So this is how the user experience is going to look like. Again, the whole idea is with the standing privileges, if somebody take over your account or somebody steal these temporary credentials, they will be able to access your AWS account as well. So now what we are going to do as a next step, so we are going to have a brief look, how does the user experience is going to look like using this zero standing privileges approach. So now what we are going to do, we are going to look at the user experience using the zero standing privileges. So here I'm going to configure my SSO again. So here we are going to say zero standing privileges. So we have to provide our URL. Let me copy and paste my URL. So this is what my URL is. My region is US East 1. From a registration scope, we are going to keep it as default. So then it is asking us to confirm and continue. It should be redirecting us to Microsoft Azure AD, as that's our identity provider. So here I'm going to log in this time as Raj. So here, log in, and then I have to authenticate using my mobile app. So once I authenticate, then we're going to allow the access. So the request has been approved. So here, if we see, by default, in the zero standing privileges, as expected, user has access to no AWS account at all. So now the point comes if user really needs an access. So what we are going to do, what user has to do, user has to go to the CyberArk's Secure Cloud Access portal. So we are going to log in to the CyberArk Identity Security Platform to begin with. So here we are going to log in using our Entra ID credentials. So here I'm gonna log in as a Rajneesh raj@sesolutionsdemo.com. I'm gonna say remember me, and then it will be redirecting to my Azure AD. And once the authentication is gonna be completed, it will redirect back to the CyberArk Identity Security Portal. So here we are into the CyberArk's Identity Security Portal. Let's go to the user portal. So in this case, we are entrusted with the AWS IAM Identity Center. I'm going to click on this specific tile. So within a couple of seconds, it will redirect us to the Secure Cloud Access user portal where we can elevate our permissions. So here I'm interested in, for example, as a database administrator access. So I will click on a connect button. So behind the scenes, it is helping us to elevate the permissions, but those permissions are going to be elevated only for 1 hour. Then after that, user will go back to the 0 permissions again. So it will take a couple of seconds. So it's all completed. So now we are going to do the AWS configure SSO again. I'm going to use the same profile what we created earlier, 0 standing privileges. So here we have to provide our SSO URL. So we are being redirected again. I'm going to click on confirm and continue. So we are going to say allow access. Request has been approved. So here you can see as a user, I got an access to this specific AWS account for the database administrator permission set. I'm going to click next, next, next. And then I'm going to run the same command as 3 profile. So this is how the end user experience is gonna look like. So thanks a lot everyone for watching this short video.